Hey guys, welcome to another episode of No Skunk Adventures. Today we're in the Eastern Sierras and we're fishing Deadman's Creek for the first time because the Department of Fish and Wildlife website says they're planning before July 4th weekend. And they definitely did that. I arrived here this morning, Friday the 3rd, and the fish are here. Nobody else is here but me. And it looks like they probably stocked Thursday the 2nd because, like I said, there's nobody. This is going to be hand over fist, fishing in a barrel, no skill involved, just catch and release till you get bored. Time to have some fun. Caught this hatchery trout on a 2.2 Frenzy spoon, which I was using throughout the day, different varieties. I also went to the 0.8 gram Frenzy spoon as well as size 8 rubber legs. Deadman's Creek is so narrow where they planted, you really don't get a good fight. They just kind of flop around into each other. Uh, Normally I like to bring the fish out of the pool and fight it out in open water, but I couldn't do that this time around. When these stalkers get planted, sometimes they'll add a bonus fish or two between 2 and 3 pounds, and sometimes even up to 5 pounds. But because the creek is so narrow, they probably aren't going to target this creek for the biggies. Sometimes when the fish are so congested, your lure ends up going over their backs and will accidentally get foul hooked. Fortunately, I'm going barbless, catch and release, so this fish doesn't have to suffer more than it needs to. Earlier I said there's no skill in this kind of fishing, which is true to an extent, but you still got to know what you're doing. I'm using a light rod, 4-pound tests, light lures, very finesse presentations. Conversely, if you come in with a bass pole with 10-pound tests, you're using ginormous lures, or if you're using bait and your sinker's too heavy or your hook's too big, you're not going to be as successful. You got to use appropriate gear. The fish on the other side of the road were just as cooperative. After fishing spoons with a spinning rod, I decided to have fun with the fly rod. Don't know that it counts though, since I was just flipping the fly rather than using a legitimate cast. Plus the float line never touched the water. Fat one. Hey guys, we just finished a productive session here at Deadman's Creek. I'd never been here after all the years I've been fishing the Sierras, but I was doing my homework and the Department of Fish and Wildlife website said that they were going to be planning Deadman's Creek and Glass Creek this week. I tried to go to Glass Creek by the campgrounds and the water was pretty low, so I went ahead and moved on over here to Deadman's Creek, and sure enough, right at the bridge, there's fish on either side. You could probably see them even in this view. It was hand over fist. I was primarily using frenzy spoons and a black rubber legs. The only time I switched is because I got snagged on the roots here and there, but otherwise we were getting followers bites every pass, so it was a good time. Not very often that you get to have the place all to yourself after they just planted. Lots of fun. It's almost too much of a good thing. Sometimes in these situations, it's happened in the past, you kind of get bored catching these guys when when it's so easy, but definitely not going to complain. I had a great time. As always, continue to be safe out there. Enjoy the outdoors. Until next time, no skunk.